But what is the key, Linda, to having a healthy relationship?
Eva and I said at the very beginning of this writing process that we would commit to keeping our friendship strong. Because as you write a novel, the reason why novelists write novels is so that they can at last control their own little world. Because in real life, you just can't do it. So it's their way of controlling their world. And to invite another novelist into the process who's going to have different ideas than you, there is going to be conflict. We determined at the beginning we are committed to one another. And then when the conflicts came, what we did to resolve it is we sat down together one-on-one over a cup of tea, just like you and I are doing, and we said to each other, despite our disagreement, I want you to know that I love you. And that just broke it all off. The difficulties that we had, they were gone. And we renewed our friendship as our characters renewed their friendship.
Here's a picture on the screen of you and the co-author of the book, Eva Marie Everson. And can you imagine these two ladies up in the mountain towns in Colorado gallivanting around and getting their information and content for these novels that they're co-authoring?
We spent a lot of time in the Butterhorn Bakery.
And there are places like that in this book. Higher Grounds Coffee Shop where they all hang out. And,
That's right.
But it's not just a book about fluff.
No. I'm glad you said that. A woman came up to me, another author who hadn't read the series, and she said, how does it feel to write a novel series that's all fluff? And I knew right away she hadn't read the books, because we deal with real issues. These are naughty church ladies. They're not as naughty as some of the TV shows you might watch, but they have real life problems. We have one character whose husband has been cheating on her. We have another character who has turned to gossip because her own marriage relationship is so devoid of love. It's her way of getting attention. We have another young woman who's struggling with a secret past from her high school days that she has never come to terms with, that almost causes her to come to the point of suicide. We have other characters who are struggling with the fact that they have aging mothers. They have a husband who's been hurt. We have another character who has kept a secret from her husband their entire marriage until that secret knocks on the door.
And so do you know what I think, Linda?
What?
I think that as each of us go to church each Sunday or walk into our workplace, we are surrounded by people just like that.
That's right.
Who are dealing with these real life issues. We live in a fallen world. We all have relationship issues. We all have things in our past that we're dealing with. And so that's why this book isn't just fluff, because you can watch these ladies in this book, and there's gentlemen in it as well.
Yes.
And you can see how they work their way through these things. A good example of how we should work our way through issues in our relationships with one another. And that's with the love of Christ. And that's with forgiveness and all of those things that the Lord taught us to walk in.